The first thing people notice about the University of Connecticut School of Law is our beautiful Gothic campus. Because we have many buildings, we have wonderful indoor and outdoor spaces, giving us the feel of a small liberal arts college. Yet these spacious surroundings are located in the center of a vibrant metropolitan area, Hartford, Connecticut, which is also the capital of the state. This location provides our students with exciting opportunities for access to the state legislature, the state courts, both the Supreme Court and the appellate courts, the governor's office, and the Attorney General's office, and all the things you'd expect at the seat of government. You may wonder why I talk about teaching in a video celebrating faculty scholarship. Anyone who has ever stood in front of a classroom understands that to clearly explain things to people, you have to think them through on your own first. And there's no better way to do that than to put your ideas on paper, whether it's in a book, a scholarly article, even an op-ed piece. All these forums encourage authors to consider alternative perspectives and to be prepared to engage with opposing points of view. Our faculty have the added experience of traveling around the country and around the world, engaging with other scholars and testing their ideas in open debate. So by the time they return to campus, they know just how they want to present their ideas to the students. And our students have the joy of seeing faculty members who are excited about their work and eager to make a contribution to public understanding. That's why celebrating teaching and faculty scholarship go hand in hand. We are very proud of our faculty's productivity and the names of the publishers on the cover of the books. But what really excites us are the ideas inside, and that's why we are celebrating the year of the book. Kaaryn Gustafson is a tireless and courageous woman. She has overcome many obstacles, and her work is based on interviews she conducted with countless recipients of public assistance. Her book is careful and original. She tells the story of recipients of public assistance and how what they experience today in America is almost to be treated as if they were criminals. They are subject to search, fingerprinting, and their life is treated as an open book. It's almost as if we care more about preventing fraud than we do about giving people the assistance that they need. She has identified a serious problem with American law, and her work encourages everyone to seek solutions to fix it.
Do we reveal the dirty secrets, right? And I grappled with this. Do I want to really raise the issue of cheating? How will this information be used? And I still worry about that. At the same time, I've been disturbed over the last 20 years about how little information about welfare recipients actually flows to the media, becomes part of the public conversation. I wanted to talk honestly about what it's like to be poor, right? For many families, it's a very chaotic experience. A number of the interviewees had spent time homeless. Many of them were homeless at the time I interviewed them. And you know, it was touchy interviewing welfare recipients themselves because they're vulnerable subjects under human subjects protocols. But to really get a sense of poverty in America, we would have to talk to the children. And you know, I don't think you get a full sense of that in the book because I was talking to parents, but even in interviewing the parents and in observing the kids were suffering. And we've stopped talking about poverty. I mean, every once in a while we talk about poverty in the United States, but we don't talk about poverty and its effects very often. We don't talk about it as a public policy issue. We don't talk about it as a legal issue. And so, you know, I hope those of you who have read the book and those of you who may read the book in the future will maybe think about what ought we to do about poverty.
So the book, I think, makes, and these are just some of the contributions, but big ones. One is that cheating is rampant. Welfare recipients cheat. and they do so across sort of characteristics. The second major contribution, I think, is that cheating is required. If you're getting welfare, you're not getting enough to support you and your family, and so the system essentially requires cheating. Third, the policing of the poor has taken on ever increasing importance. And so that idea, while not so much based on the interview, that's largely in the first couple chapters, the overview that is provided in the book about the increased enforcement mechanisms and the way in which we have prioritized policing over distribution is itself, I think, a major contribution. And especially for someone, if you haven't, you're not familiar with poverty law, I think those first couple chapters are a great march through history and also through the opposing ideologies that have limited the way in which we provide this safety net. And fourth, the fourth contribution is that enforcement ends up being directed at those recipients least able to navigate the welfare system. So you might hope that enforcement was targeted at those who were sort of very deliberate in their actions, but no, enforcement hurts those who are struggling the most and in the least position to act as Kaaryn talks about as the rational actor theorized from the right.